Detroit's largest youth arts festival is taking over downtown Detroit this year. More than 500 young people will showcase their talents at the Art of Resilience Starr Summer Youth Festival on Saturday, August 13th. For the first time, the event is at Campus Martius Park and Cadillac Square. There's going to be performances in music, dance, theater, and spoken word. Plus, short films and visual art are going to be on exhibit. One of the youth groups came by our studios to give us a preview. Here are members of the Detroit Windsor Dance Academy. The Art of Resilience Festival is presented by Starr Commonwealth, a social services agency that's committed to serving the needs of children and families. And joining me now is the organization's president and CEO, Elizabeth Carey, along with festival director John Hollingsworth and Deborah White Hunt, artistic director of the Detroit Windsor Dance Academy. Welcome all of you to American Black Journal.
Thank you.
Yeah. John, let me start with you. This is a big deal festival, third year of the festival, is that right?
That's right, yeah. We launched the festival 2 years ago, not knowing how the community would respond, but we were really pleased that what we were trying to do was create an event that was dedicated to showcasing the talents of young people in Detroit. And over the last couple of years, the event's grown. We've seen dozens and dozens of groups come out and perform dance and music and theater and exhibit visual arts. And so this year we're looking forward to the biggest ever. You know, we're looking forward to seeing 50 or 60 youth organizations.
Yeah, 500 young people.
That's right, 500 individual young artists from about 50 different groups. And really what you'll see is an incredible array of talent, you know, much like we've just seen. So it's a really fantastic event. It's a family-friendly event in Campus Marshes and Cadillac Square.
Yeah, yeah. And the Detroit Windsor Dance Company, tell me about the company. I think that's sort of a really cool concept. International dance company right across our river here. That's a great idea.
We're here in Detroit, but we celebrate the fact that we're an international sister city, and very few people can say that, you know, because we're right here in Detroit.
It's very easy to get back and forth. Yeah.
Back and forth. This is our 33rd season we're going into. We've serviced tens of thousands of young people throughout the entire community, and our dancers are all over the world. We have the 4th generation of dancers here, and of students here, and the teachers that are at our studio have also been raised at Detroit Windsor Dance Academy, have gone out into the world to pursue their dance careers, their dance degrees, and they've come back to give back to the children.
Talk about some of the places people might have seen the dance company over the years.
Well, we've danced in Australia, we've danced in New York, we've danced in Cape Town, South Africa, but in every stage in Detroit, we have been there. Our concerts have been at the Music Hall for the last probably 15, 20 years. The Opera House, we've danced there, at the Fox Theater, at the Charles H. Wright Museum of African American History. We just completed our summer camp. And then the Art of Resilience, of course, we're in the area where we were in the last 2 years was where Detroit Windsor first started, down in Harmony Park area, and this year, Campus Marshes. Everywhere. You know, we just love to dance. You know, we've done outside, inside.
And I would imagine that what she's talking about there, that sort of intergenerational development of young people in this community, is what Starr Commonwealth is attracted to here.
Absolutely. We are so pleased and feel really moved by not only the performance we just saw, but by 100 years of watching young people find their strengths, their mastery, their skill, and to use that to flourish in life. So we're thrilled that after 103 years of being in Michigan and serving the kids from Detroit all the way across Michigan, to be able to really take the time to highlight the skills and the attributes and really the incredible talent of the young people of Detroit. For us, this is all about resilience. So this is all about building our own resilience, our community's resilient, and then highlighting the resilience of the young people right here in Detroit.
Talk about some of the work that Starr Commonwealth does here in Metro Detroit.
We have been serving young people from Detroit since 1913, and that started with, in particular, kids that were thrown away by society and really were considered to be the street kids or the disposable kids. And 100 years ago, our founder responded to that by saying, there's greatness in every single one of these kids, and we're going to help them find their path. So today, we do that through in-home services for kids who found themselves sometimes in trouble in the juvenile justice system, as well as we have foster care services. We have in-home autism support services. We also serve children and families and adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities. And then we also run a charter school, Starr Detroit Academy, a public enrollment kindergarten through 8th grade public school. And so for us, it's a thrill to be able to continue to serve the people of Detroit.
But talk about some of the things that you see. I mean, we hear a lot about the trouble that the city and the suburbs are now having with poverty. That visits differently on young people than it does on adults.
It absolutely does. And just from a neuroscience perspective, so the social service side of us would talk about the impacts of poverty, in particular on opportunity, to really find your path, to find a way to succeed in life with all the barriers that poverty sets for you. But now we also have the physical science part of that, where we really understand the impacts of poverty, not just poverty by itself, but poverty along with really the lack of opportunity and the really intense, constant trauma that it impacts on young people.
Right. The isolation is the thing also that I'm starting to notice with more and more impoverished people, especially in Detroit. Just the inability to even get to a place that's different or better. That seems to, that makes things worse.
It makes it even harder. And for our young people, one of the challenges we have, and then the opportunity that we have, is to expose our young people to all that can be available to them, to help them make it through educationally, to help them see all the places where they can flourish. The arts and the expression of creative arts is a really important part of that. For some of our kids, that's where their mastery lies, and we need to get them the opportunities to really find that.
Yeah. What do you see with young people at the dance company these days in terms of their just level of hope or optimism about how their lives might turn out?
Well, we really focus on our children, our students, our youth in terms of what dance is going to do in their lives. And no matter what they do, they'll be dancing in their life, whether they're in the
whether you do it professionally or not.
Exactly. So we're planting seeds of hope in terms of every day when they walk through that door, they will find a solution to something. And they will take a dance class, they will learn discipline, they'll learn rhythm, not just rhythm in music, but rhythm in life, how to get along with people, how to follow instructions, how to get from point A to B. And then they learn how if you work really hard in September, that seed that was planted is going to blossom in June at that final concert, and they will realize that potential that's in them, and it's constantly growing, and it will never reach the potential of its greatness until they make it. Make it do that.
The festival's free to the public?
It's free.
Is that right?
It's free for youth groups to participate, free for people to attend. And so, we encourage the community to come out and give the young people the big audience they deserve.
Right,
You know, it's really incredible, the talent that's on display. You know, over the last few years, we've been just amazed at what's come forward. And so, it's a diverse group of people, a diverse group of organizations. And so, and in addition to the actual performances that people see, we have a youth artist market, so we have the opportunity for young people to sell their creations. We have family-friendly activities for people to stay and have a good time in the park as well.
All right, well, it all sounds like a great event. August 13th.
August 13th, 11 till 8 p.m. all day.
And I think we're at 240.
There you go.
That's important. In-campus marches,
right?
All right, thank you all for being here, and good luck with the festival.
Thank you.